Okay, we're good to go.
Okay, good morning, everyone. It is just after 9:30, and I'd like to call the meeting to order. We have most of council here. We have one councillor that is attending via Zoom, and we have one councillor that is not with us today. We also have our CAO, Deepak Joshi, and we have our recording secretary, Kristen Anderson, with us this morning. So with that, I'll call for a resolution to adopt the agenda, please.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. The adoption of the agenda, there are a few additions, and most of them are just communication for information. But resolved that the agenda for the meeting be adopted as circulated with the noted additions. Communication for action. 5.5 Association of Rural Municipalities Capital Region meeting event. 6.2 new other business, Public Works, Street Light, Rebeck Road. And communication for information 9.3.2, our Northwest St. Paul zoning bylaw amendment. 9.3.3, Village of Dunn zoning bylaw amendment. 9.3.4, Arma East St. Paul zoning bylaw amendment. 9.3.5, Arma St. Andrews zoning bylaw amendment. And 9.4.4, Eastern Beaches Development Corporation, community mailbox.
Okay, thank you for that. Can I have a mover?
I have an addition.
We'll get a mover
Okay,
and then
fine.
we'll, Councillor Bazarowicz moves, second please, Councillor Boulanger, and go ahead, Councillor Boulanger.
Sorry about that, I keep forgetting that.
That's okay.
Two additions, one in camera, it's the WMR issue. I'd like to have that in camera. I want to just mention something if I could. The other one is the tax bill, provincial tax bill changes with the new rates from the school board that's on it. I would like that in regular view in the chamber and just in new business, just a comment I want to make.
Okay, thank you for that. Go ahead, Councillor Strang.
Since Councillor Boulanger brought that up, I would also like to seek a provincial letter that was mentioned in some of our messaging that was approved to go in our tax bill.
Certainly.
Thank you.
Can we get a copy of that letter? Would you like it put on the agenda, on the minutes of this meeting?
Sure, yes.
And then we'll get the copy of the letter for council to review
It can
tonight.
be added into where Councillor Boulanger is. Thank you.
Okay, anything else from anyone?
So 2 additions.
I have a mover, I have a seconder. If there is nothing else, I will call a question. All those in favor? Opposed? And that is carried. Okay, confirmation of the minutes. We have one set of minutes, and that was from our last meeting on August the 26th. If I could have the resolution for that, please.
Resolve the minutes of the meeting of council be adopted as presented.
Can I have a mover, please? Councillor Horbis, second, please. Councillor Spicer. Any further discussion or corrections to the minutes or anything like that this morning? Hearing and seeing none, I will call the question. All those in favor? Opposed? And that is carried. Okay, the next item is a delegation, but that's not till this afternoon, so we'll move on to communication for action. And the first one on our agenda is the MAR invitation and registration.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Our invitation is for October 15th to the 16th. It will be at the Canada Inn's Pole Park, and it's a regular MAR event, and I think Councillor Sutherland is usually the one who attends that event. So if we could just pass it forward as resolved that Councillor David Sutherland be authorized to attend the Manitoba Community and Recycling Waste Reduction Forum at the Canada Inn's Pole Park, October 15th to 16th, 2025. Unless there's some other members of council that want to work on it.
Well, I kind of looked at it and I couldn't go on the 15th, but I thought maybe the 16th. But if I decide to go, I'll just get it at the October meeting or at the end of the month. So there is a registration fee, yes. But I think you can pay just for the one day if I remember correctly.
Yes.
Like there's the whole package, and then if you just want to go to the one day. And I don't know why I think it was a tour or something on the 15th, and I thought, oh, well, I'm not really wanting to go to that, but there's some speakers on the 16th that I thought I may want to go to, so.
Is that the only other person, Madam Mayor? Anyone else interested in council?
I don't know.
No.
So,
October 15th in the afternoon is a site tour, and October 16th is the full-day workshops with panel discussions.
Yeah, that's what I thought I may be
Yeah, I
interested to
would know
go.
rule for that.
Yeah.
I would know rule too.
Okay, so what I can do is put in, then why don't I update the resolution, resolve Mayor Peebles and Councilors David Sutherland and David Horvis be authorized to attend the Manitoba Community and Recycling Waste Reduction Forum at the Canada Expo Park, October 15th and 16th, 2025. And obviously, if you choose to go on one day, that's what it'll be.
Right. Okay, I don't believe I had a mover and a seconder. Moved by Councillor Bazarowicz, second Councillor Strang. Any further discussion?
Just on CAO computer.
You gotta give these up.
Hearing and seeing nothing,
You
call
gotta
the
give these.
question. All those in favor, opposed, carried. Okay, we'll take a minute and see if we can't get everybody going too, because I can't get going either here.
Those boxes on up for this to be reduced like I got mine.
Yeah.
There we go.
See, computer.
Yeah, I know mine is like that too, so I'm not sure if Deepak's computer is, he's been having trouble with his computer, he said yesterday.
See the little boxes and see.
You may have to.
Sign back in again.
Yes.
There we go.
That's what I usually go in the CAO.
Hey, Mark's not letting me in any of them.
Yeah, it doesn't come up with a little box in the top right.
Ever since they've,
Did it update?
yeah, these updates from
See, that's what's wrong with
our
mine.
security.
So much security doesn't let us in.
Guess you would want to.
So let's try this on
Sunday.
Try the Microsoft Edge for our agenda, see if it comes up.
I was just gonna go in and open it up on my own.
I think that might be the best bet at this point, is to just go on to yours.
Our own and then we'll follow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you get something, you got to cut it up and fly it up.
So Debbie.
It's expensive. Just got back on the fishing trip, it was a lot more than it was. Yeah.
It's all the same as yours, mine's the only one that's working. And it's not even
For 4 guys, just the airfare.
This is the only one that has the cord connected.
And it's not even.
Okay.
There you go.
Those other ones.
Six grand. Plus 15. Who's
Do
going
you remember your password, man?
Yeah, but it's not working either, for God's sake.
Not that,
Could be caps lock is up?
No,
zero.
oh, maybe, I don't know, but this is what I get here
Yeah,
too.
that's the same issue.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can make them together for,
I can do, yeah, I can make them. But then I
Don't
don't.
you often never do what I
It's
do.
okay, I'll just use my paper copy, but you'll have to read because I'm not sure.
And then
Who are you on? It's my hand.
I just go like this, I put it
Okay,
over
I don't know your password.
I give my password.
last year we were too early, this year we're in.
I
What I'll try to do is after we'll take a break, and I'll try to reset my computer and see what happens.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna try and move on, and I know Deepak is going to try and get our computers working. We're gonna take a break shortly, and we'll see if we can't get them all going here, so. So we've done the MAR, so the next item is the East Falkirk Fire Department, the invitation for their pancake breakfast.
Yes, Madam Mayor, it's the annual open house and pancake breakfast, and it's been scheduled for October the 4th at 9 a.m. till noon at the fire hall in Coville.
Okay, and I don't think we need a okay, not till the 28th, okay. Okay, so we'll receive that as information, everybody is
So
aware.
now is the 28th of September?
Correct.
Yeah,
And this one's October 4th.
which is the Saturday. Go ahead, Sandra.
Madam Mayor, just a comment on, for the East Selkirk Fire Department, I think we should do a picture in front of the command unit also, because that's a new piece of the fire equipment that East Selkirk has. We spoke about it, that we were going to
Right.
come to
Yeah.
council early one
Yeah.
day, but that's something we should,
Mhm.
We
we've
should
done it with the
probably
other fire
do that.
departments, we
Yes.
should do it over here.
Yeah. And it'll have to be hopefully maybe the next meeting when everybody is here. We can, maybe aim for 1 o'clock and then the meeting starts at 2 because it's a late meeting. Go ahead, Councillor Boulanger.
It would be nice to have that parking lot all paved. I'm not sure when that's
Maybe.
gonna happen.
I'm not sure, I.
For the open house, even it would be nice.
So,
Well, at least it's getting done, right?
yes, yeah. Okay, so if we move on, the next one we have is the Burn Association, Inc.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. This is it's in Stewart Burn, and it's a prescribed burn association, Inc. And what they're inviting is to a launch of their Stewart Burn Prescribed Burn Association group, and we welcome, they've asked us to join them on Thursday, September 18th at 4 p.m. at the Vida Community Hall at 209 Main Street for the grand opening.
Right. Kristen, did anybody show interest in going to that one? No.
Okay,
So we'll receive it as information then. And the next one we have is the Selkirk District Community Foundation, and that is the launch of their vital signs, the next report. And it just so happens it's the same day as ARM, but I'm going to be going to vital signs, not ARM, next month for October. So, anybody else interested in going to that one?
Is it in the evening?
What's that?
It is the
Vital
evening.
signs, yes,
Yeah.
it's from 6:30 to
6:30.
8:30 or something like that.
6:30, the doors open at, it's from 7 to 8 p.m.
Oh.
So let it
Oh, so can you put Mayor Council?
We certainly could put mayor and council. Okay, so resolved that Mayor Feeblecorn and council be authorized to attend the Vital Signs 2025 launch and celebration at the Selkirk Memorial Hall on October 2nd, 2025.
Can I have a mover, please? Councillor Bazarowicz, Councillor Strang, seconds, and Councillor Strang, you had a question.
I was just gonna say on our,
It's the wrong date.
it's a, well, that says a luncheon on there, so that's why I put no on there. Because I thought it was during the daytime on our correction, so.
So at this point, we'd send mayor and council, so everybody's.
Do they need a number though, that's?
No, it's not lunch, it's launch.
It's
Oh,
a
launch. Okay, I didn't read it then properly, sorry.
I wouldn't even say it. That's-
That's okay, you're not looking so good this morning. So I guess some will be going to ARM and Headingley, and I'm gonna hit over to Vital Signs, so. Okay.
And where's that Vital Signs at?
The Memorial Hall. Okay, so we're down to new and other business, I
So,
believe.
no, we're at
Oh.
5.5, we haven't done the ARM. So,
Oh, okay,
so the next is the Association of Rural Municipalities meeting, and it's on Thursday, October 2nd, 2025. It'll be at the Headingley Community Center at 5353 Portage Avenue in Headingley, Manitoba. So, shall I do this, Mayor and Council, or do we want to specify?
Well, all the council is written that go to our meeting.
Yeah.
yeah.
So how about just resolve council to be authorized?
Yeah, go ahead, Councillor Strang.
Oh, sorry.
I put no on there because it said September 18th on there.
Right, no, it's
But
October the 2nd,
When
yeah.
I open it up.
Yeah, so I think if we just put mayor and council, whoever wants to go,
Sure.
and yourself if you're interested, I don't know.
I'll be out of the country.
Oh, right, you're not here, that's right too.
So that, okay, what was the, sorry?
This
October the
is-
2nd is ARM.
at the Headingley Community Center.
It was wrong on our sheet.
Yeah.
So, resolve Mayor Peeble and Council be authorized to attend the armed meeting at the Headingley Community Center on October 2nd, 2025.
Can I have a mover, please? Councillor Boulanger, second, please. Councillor Strang. Any further discussion? Hearing and seeing none, I'll call the question. All those in favor? Opposed? And that is carried. Letter I was looking for yesterday, didn't find. Okay, moving on, I think we are now at new and other.
Yes, Madam Mayor.
Okay, so Public Works, first item is a contract extension for the garbage and recycling at the transfers, and I'll let Deepak speak to that, please.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. This is a contract extension for the, as we've discussed with council in the past, what it is it's for the, basically the refuse and recycling from the transfer stations, taking the landfill to our recycling depot as well. This is with GFL. This isn't our curbside collection. This is specifically related with the transfer stations. And we're looking at about a 5% increase. We're recommending proceeding with this because what the issue has been is that instead of going out to do another tender on this particular situation, we've been waiting to find out what's happening with the province contract. I do have the discussion item for overall issues around curbside pickup as part of a separate discussion with council.
Question.
Go ahead, Councillor
Just a
Boulanger.
question for Mr. Administrator. This might be a Kevin question. I've always wanted to ask it, but at our transfer stations, when we have our recycling bins there, my question is, why in St. Clements do we have to separate all of our recyclables? Like if I go with my recyclables in a bag, I've got to stand there, I've got to rip open the bag, and I've got to pull out cans, cardboard, everything, physically with my hands. When I go to Selkirk's transfer station, which is maybe under a different company, could be the answer, I dump and go. I just dump everything in one big steel bin, and I go and they haul it off. So is it two different types of contractors that are doing this? Is Selkirk VFI and we're GFL, is that why? Or
Pickup is coming.
Yeah, I'll have to check into that
Okay.
to get some details.
just when I saw this and then it was being re-tendered or whatever, I'm just-
Usually it's been commingled, but this might have been a process that was established. I'm not sure. We'll have to look into it.
Okay, thank you.
Would it be legal?
Yeah, it's commingled in most places. We'll have to see what's happening.
Yeah, but I think it could depend on whether you're getting garbage pickup, which we get here, which it's commingled, or if you go there on your own, you may have to separate it.
That's what I'm saying. At the transfer station, if I go on my own, I've got to separate it. They're smaller bins. They're like BFI dump bins. I've got to separate everything out. Other transfer stations have those big, huge cargo bins where you just dump and go. It may be logistics the way we're set up at Clark that we can't have a big bin there. That could be it. I don't know. Anyway, just a question.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, Deepak will look into that and let us know next meeting probably.
So what we're recommending is the manager, Water and Waste recommends that we extend the current agreement, which will be expired at the end of this year, to GFL for hauling our bulk recycling and refuse from the transfer stations and landfill, with a 5% increase in the haul items, which is translating to about $3,500 per year. And so we have a resolution to that regard in case there's some questions.
Okay. We can bring the resolution forward, and then if there's anything, we can deal with it.
So be it resolved that council accept the recommendations of the manager of Water and Waste to extend the contract with GFL for the hauling of bulk refuse and recycling from various waste sites with a 5% increase in haul items for each extension year beginning January 1st, 2026 and concluding December 31st, 2026.
Okay, can I have a mover, please? Councillor Bezror, second Councillor Strang. Any further discussion? Hearing and seeing none, I'll call a question. All those in favor? Opposed? And that is carried. Okay, the next item we have is the streetlights on Rebec Road, and if you could walk us through that one, please, Steve.
Madam Mayor, as council knows, there was a request to look at putting in street lights on Rebec Road from Donald Road to PR 202, but not south of Donald, previously there had been street lights put on Rebec from Donald Road to PR 202 going north and the south, but not south from Donald to Coronation. And so now council put into the budget, put in about $56,000 to put those lights in as part of the process, and we've been able to get the details worked out with Manitoba Hydro, and they will be installed. The new lights will be installed with the 3-meter arms off the existing hydro poles on every second pole, consistent to the same separation of about 150 meters as roughly the other lights are. And they are, depending on the existing pole spacing, might be slightly off. This spacing is consistent with the existing lights that are already on Rebec Road, and the poles from the transmission lines on the front of the ditch are where they've been put in previously. Their hydro is no longer doing that, so it'll be on poles on the back side of the ditch. The important notice on this is that we've been able to determine an estimate of $52,377. We had an estimate of $56,000 in the budget, so it's below budget. In addition, the installation costs will have a $2,312 yearly increase in our hydro bill overall. And there was a question previously, were the previous ones paid for? And yes, it was.
So the last question, would that be the last what you said, something?
Where the previous lights, the road, there's going to be 23 new lights here, but the previous ones that were put in, they were also paid for.
These are paid for?
Paid for by the RM.
Oh,
Because there were some questions whether they should be charged. Sorry, Councillor, I forgot to share that with you. Are you able to see it?
we got nothing.
Yeah, I'm good, thanks.
Okay. So no further questions. That's the issue was, there were some questions whether the previous ones were put in by the developer or not. And they were put in by the RM, is what the Public Works did.
Councillor
I did have
Spicer,
one question.
go ahead.
So it talks about how hydro has done the previous lights and that it would be on every second pole and this distancing. Does that coincide with our own standard? Because the RM, I'm just wondering if the RM standards cover streetlights too. Thanks.
No, the RM standard doesn't cover street lights, as I'm aware. The RM standard, the street light standards is a standard that's established by Manitoba Hydro.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thanks, Scott. Go ahead, Councillor Strang.
Yes, thank you. The question that was supposed to be looked at was back in 2015, was all the lights paid for on that resolution from Hydro? Like, that it was only done up to that certain point? Was there something in the resolution that's what was supposed to come back to council to see? Was it the whole street paid for, or was it going to be done in phases, or what? Because now there's just the half street done. That's what I think the question was to be, not whether a developer paid for it or anything.
Well, was it paid for by the RM, was the question, or there was some
We
back
know
and
it was
forth?
paid for by the RM.
Yeah, and it was paid for the entire road. Whether there was a resolution to do the entire road or not, at that time, I can go back and double check, but that doesn't negate the fact that the lights north of Donald were all paid for up to 202 by the RM in 2015. Did the resolution say due south of Donald? I don't know.
Or why did they stop at Donald? Like, was it, that was the question before, was it done in phases? But to me, the council would have passed to do the whole Rebec Road, right? Back in 20, I don't know.
We could certainly look for that again.
That's
Thank
what
you,
I
sorry
think the
about
question
I
was,
thought
to come back
that
to
we
council.
were mixed, we thought that the question was who paid for that
No.
and when, so we can certainly go back and take a look at that and come back. In the meantime, one part is consistent, is that we did pay for that part, and we have a cost for the remainder, and it's within the budget that's not been allocated. Now, I don't know in 2015 whether the resolution was passed and only a budget was given to do part of it, and the remainder never got completed and never followed through. I don't know how to follow up on that.
No, that's where, so it'd be good to see of what,
Sure.
what had happened with the, back in 2015 with the council, what their decision was at that time.
Hopefully the administration didn't ignore a council direction for 10 years.
Go ahead, Councillor Horbus.
So has this been passed already or something, and it's been sitting there?
It's been placed in the budget at
Oh,
$56,000.
so we're voting on this or something?
So now we're voting to put, the budget was put in place for 2025 to do this work
Okay.
as part of the
I just
discussion
don't
purposes.
remember us talking about this, that's all.
Yeah, it came up quite a
What's
while
that?
ago, came up quite a while ago during budget talks, lights, street lighting. I thought it did anyway.
And that street is done, half of the lights are done from back in 2015, just to finish.
Okay, so we're gonna get a little bit more information. Deepak's gonna have another look to see what he can find, and having said that, I guess we could move on, or is there anything else on the street lighting?
So I'll put forward the resolution. I'm recommending that we proceed with the installation, and you'll report back on what type of direction was provided in 2015 and whether it was corrected or not. It would be difficult to do anything more other than information as to what was the direction in 2015.
So will all of Rebec be done now? That's in the
Up to Coronation Road, which would cover our part of Rebec. Rebec
Right.
continues on past Coronation into East St. Paul.
And the street to where that new center is there street lights on there?
Donald Road?
Yeah,
I don't think so.
no? Is that something I guess we'll have to look at too, right?
Go ahead, Councillor Strang.
Usually on the side roads is when a developer comes in, that then they're doing some of the roads that are coming out
Yeah,
to.
that's all developed. I'm just talking about lights up
It's
to
not all
that,
developed, that
to
Donald
that
Road is.
new, well, to that new place there, that,
Yes, the community center does have lights,
yeah.
and we are.
But the
looking
street's
at-
not lit up to there,
No.
no, okay.
Okay, go ahead, Councillor Spicer.
Can I ask administration while they're looking at, history here? I anticipate that this will not be affected at all by future roadworks, because I believe Reback is on our road plan in the next few years. Just want to make sure that the poles aren't going to get moved and all of this is going to be, end up being a problem in the future, that's all.
Good question, I will look into that. I don't anticipate it because they are on the back slope of the, of Rebec. The ones on the front slope, I don't know, might get impacted, but they were done back in
Okay,
2015.
thanks.
Okay, so having said that, I don't believe that we have anything more under new and other business, so we
Madam
can.
Chair?
Yes, go ahead.
My addition about taxes isn't under, I don't see it under new business.
Okay,
We'll have that,
Okay.
and so, first I have to read this resolution, Madam Mayor.
okay, go ahead.
So be it resolved that council accept the recommendations of Director of Public Works and authorize the CAO to enter into agreement with Manitoba Hydro to install streetlights on Rebec Road between Coronation Road and Donald Road at a cost of $52,377 plus GST with an additional annual cost of $2,312.88.
Can I have a mover, please? Councillor Horbus, Councillor Vazerovic seconds. Any further discussion? Hearing and seeing none, I will call the question. All those in favor, opposed, and that is carried. Okay,
Let
we'll
me
move
just add
on.
an item on the agenda.
Sure.
So. Change my view here. And so, what did you want to call it, Counselor?
New
Tax notices?
Yeah, increases in school tax, 2025 increases school tax, anything like that would be fine.
Okay, it's been added, Counselor.
Okay, just refresh. Oh, great, perfect.
So, next item on the agenda, increase, 2025 increase in school tax.
Thank you, Mr. Administrator. Madam Chair, I just wanted to make sure that this was recorded because I think it's important that the public knows that it has been brought up in this chamber. We may or we may not have done this in the past, I think we have, but I just want to make sure that administration sends a memo to every staff member in our front office, I mean every staff member, that they are given clear instruction, and in particular this year, and in particular the way the school taxes have been increased for Manitobans. I think it's important that our staff in the front lines, in the front office, if they get any, and I mean any, queries about the school taxes on their tax bills, that one of two things happen. Either administration provides the staff members a phone number for the local school trustee, or the phone number for the school board, one of the two. An elected school trustee should be able to answer these questions competently, I would assume. I know when we asked in the past, there was some uncertainty from some school board trustees on how the increase happened, why it was so much. When they were asked, there was some confusion as to a proper answer. So I just want to make sure that our staff in front are not inundated and being yelled at for the school taxes, the way they appear and look on our tax bills. And I want to make sure that they quickly and efficiently give the phone numbers to those two that I suggested immediately. And it should it should stop any discussion and not have any discussion. Just tell them we are to forward you these phone numbers. This is where your query should go. Full stop. I'm just really tired of our staff being bombarded with this every year in relation to school taxes. And with this new stuff that's happening, it is not fair that we, our administration and our staff, have to go through this every year. And I want to make sure that those numbers are there.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening.
We should have little sheets printed up at the front there with all the phone numbers and that on it, and you could just hand it to that
That's it.
person too.
That's
Because then we're not writing them out
Yeah.
and giving it to them and telling them all
Have it
that.
all pre-done.
That would kind of have it, we'll just say here, this is who you have to talk to. You can give the explanation and everything, but here are the numbers, here are the people you got to contact on that piece of paper.
Yeah, and I guess my comment would be, like, I don't disagree with anything that's said, and I think we should have that information, but I can see that we could have some difficulty because we don't know where the school division boundaries are, because there's wards in the school divisions too.
Yeah.
So we would have to get that information from the school divisions if that's the route we want to go.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
No, good point.
Go ahead, Councilor
We
Basler.
know some of the boundaries, I know in the south end it's Church Road. North and south side of the road is the boundary.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter, that's the boundary between Lord Selkirk and River East.
Yes.
But within River East, and I know within Lord Selkirk, they have wards just like we do.
Okay.
And I don't know, like, I know who my school rep is here, but I don't know who the one in Grand Marais is. You know, that's
It's something.
a different, but it's a different ward, just like we have the 2 wards now. But I think that's something, if we're going to provide that information to the ratepayers, and I have no difficulty in doing that, but we would have to get the school ward boundaries from the school divisions.
And they should have that readily.
Yeah, so that's all I have to comment on, thank you.
So Madam Mayor, the school taxes just recently went out last week.
Yeah.
And the intent was, as part of the discussions, and I can certainly work at providing copies for council as soon as they're complete, was that we were going to do multiple things. One was to provide information at the front office here for residents as they come in, to say, here's the contact information generally, and here's the reasoning how it works. 2 was that we were going to update our website and provide more clarity as to how the school taxes went up and how they have impacted taxes as opposed to the RM, which froze the mill rate and did increase it the taxes. And lastly, there was to be also put into our monthly newsletter, so the one that went out in September, we briefly mentioned it, and we'll put in another one on for the October, because that's when the majority of our residents are usually asking a significant amount of questions. The mailing just went out last week, and we're just beginning to get some of the people coming into the front office right now, and we are a little behind on getting that communication completed. I agree that we should have it done, but as soon as I have it done, I'll share it with council in advance so that you have a chance to review it before we start handing it out.
Go ahead, Councillor Strang.
I agree with Councillor Boulanger 100%. You know what, we sit around the table here and we are very easy accessible for our residents to come in, but just letting our residents know is we did get an invitation for the Lord Salford School Division with their financial budget, but we never did hear ever from Transcona River East. And same thing with Sunrise. And I just find it very hard to get a hold of, even on a phone call, making it to the school trustee. The area that I live in is in Transcona River East, and she's very hard to get a hold of on a phone.
Yeah, and Transcona River East was the most significant increase in this. And as I communicated with council when we went through the budget process, Transcona River East did identify for us that they established a mill rate based on Winnipeg's general assessment increase, which was significantly lower than the general assessment increase in East St. Paul and St. Clements. And that had a very significant increase, which they had anticipated with the comments that I was told.
Yes, I just went on their website and there's nowhere where I can see that they have a map of the Lord Selkirk School Division showing the different areas. But I think we have enough information, and I think we'll probably put something together and it'll be shared by administration. So if there's, go ahead, Councillor Strang.
I was just going to say, we did also invite them to our open house. So anybody that did attend will see also that just Lord Selkirk School Division did. And I went up and commended them and thanked them for coming. And I said our residents will see. And I said council sees of the ones that do show up. But I said you've made yourself at least accessible to our residents too for any questions there also. So that was a good idea for the staff bringing the school division in.
Go ahead, Councillor Boulanger.
One quick call to the head office on Mercy Street in Selkirk will get you the information for Lord Selkirk.
Right, yes, yes. Okay, if there is nothing else, we can move on. I think the administrator may have had one more comment on this.
Yes, there'll be more to discuss in camera on some of the issues related with school taxes.
Okay, perfect. So now we can move on to our accounts, I believe. I don't believe there's anything else. So the first item is our list of accounts.
So before we go to the closed list of accounts, or as part of the closed list of accounts, Madam Mayor,
Yeah.
I want to draw your attention to an error that occurred. It was caught in time before the checks were mailed out, but it still showed up in our closed list of accounts. So next month, you'll see the correction associated with it. It's directly related with Prairie Bolt, as well as Prairie by law enforcement. A check was put into the wrong grouping for that. And so it was caught, so it wasn't a check that we're looking to rescind or anything, but it's in there as part of, it showed us $7,000 check going for bolts and
Very bold and very.
bearings.
Just been happy to see that.
They never saw the check. We caught it in time and corrected it, but it did show up on a closed list of the council. I just wanted to bring that to your attention in case somebody sees, notices that their inside Prairie Bolton bearing is also Prairie by law enforcement, and it should have been going to Prairie by, which it did, then we did correct it and send it out. So, resolved, council approved the September 9th, 2025 list of accounts, check numbers 25001011 to 25001084 in the amount of $892,160.32 for payment.
Can I have a mover, please? Councillor Spicer, Councillor Boulanger seconds. Any further discussion? Hearing and seeing none, I will call the question. All those in favor, opposed, and that is carried. Okay, we don't have a financial statement. There are some grants. The Red River Paddle Challenge is the first one we have.
Yes, Madam Mayor. So the Red River Paddle Challenge is $432, which is the estimated amount for the wages that we're anticipating to pay. And as per previous years, we are offering to offer the same level of support that we have in the past, which was 2 athletic therapists at the finish line to provide a service to the paddlers. And from my understanding is, in the last few years, it has continued to be well received. We went from 1 to 2, and we're recommending 2 again this year.
Okay, thank you for that. Any questions or comments? I'll bring the resolution forward. Go ahead, Councillor Strang.
Just a question on, I thought it was a monetary donation that we made to Sport Manitoba. I didn't know that there was an amount. I don't know if have we had this as a grant?
This is the way we did it
We
for
did before? Okay.
Sports Manitoba. We do a separate monetary amount if there's a request for something.
I
But
just
the
thought
Red
that
River
this was-
Paddle Challenge, we always paid as part of our contribution to that event was to pay for the therapists
Yeah,
who came to
so
the
much.
work.
Yeah.
I just thought we just gave them a donation to Sport Manitoba. Okay.
I think it goes directly to the Paddle
Paddle
Challenge.
Challenge?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
So,
Well, that's
okay,
fine.
if we want to bring it forward, please.
So resolved, council approved the following 2025 requested grant, Red River Paddle Challenge 2025, up to $430 for wages of 2 athletic therapists.
Can I have a mover, please? Councillor Horbus, Councillor Strang seconds. Any further discussion? Hearing and seeing none, I'll call the question. All those in favor, opposed, and that is carried. Okay, the next one we have is the East Beaches Social Scene.
Yes, it's their fall supper event. They're requesting, they have invited council to the event up top. What they have requested for is $250 monetary donation towards the purchase of turkeys for their fall supper event.
Okay, any further discussion? Questions? We want to bring the resolution forward. Oh, go ahead, Councillor Spicer.
Is this a new request,
I think so, yeah.
or
Yes.
have we had it?
I haven't seen this request before, council.
No, I believe this is
Okay,
a
thanks.
new request, yes. Okay, go ahead.
Resolved, council approved the following 2025 requested grant, East Beaches Social Scene Fall Supper 2025, $250.
Can I have a mover, please? Councillor Strang, second, please. Councillor Bazarowicz, any discussion? Go ahead, Councillor Strang.
Just to let you know, for the East Beaches social scene, is it Tara that's looking after the resource? She is saying that Grand Marais is becoming very popular
Yeah.
for rides, and they are going to increase it to 2 days a week from the 1. So,
Yeah.
so this supports it here. So that it is a new
Yeah.
donation.
Okay, I have a mover, I believe, and a seconder. If there is nothing further, I will call the question. All those in favor? Opposed? And that is carried. 5-minute break to see if we can get our computers going? Because I'm
Certainly.
kind of a little bit lost.
Certainly.
Is
So-
it shut off?
Kristen will shut us
Kristen
off.
will shut off. Councillor Spicer, I'll probably have to log out and then come back in. So if you lose connection to me, then you may have to reconnect on Zoom.